Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Spankdog, aka Puffinstein, at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Tick the notification bell so you could get notifications when I upload or go live. And let's get into it. All right, so um, I did a good job of resisting talking about the Durk case, even with the P Diddy thing. I didn't go hard like that. I wasn't trying to beat people to the punch. When I came into the YouTube thing, I said that it was going to be about sports, hip hop, collectibles, technology, gaming, society, social issues, and everything, people's behavior. So, I didn't want my channel to be boxed in or I wanted it to be general so that this way, if anything I wanted to hit on came about, I wouldn't have cut myself off by making the channel so theme oriented that I wouldn't be able to speak on it because I promised people one specific thing. So we're gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna react to this video that I seen that looks like explains, pretty good everything. I'm sorry, I've been sick lately and I'm tired too. I've been going hard with working with the social media, and after a while sometimes you get tired. I remember hearing Flight Mike and other content creators hearing that they get tired and at first you think that like it's not true, that it's it can't be too hard, but it's more like you get obsessed with trying to make the channel grow, you know what I'm saying? So but let me add this to the stage and let's get to the nitty gritty, you know. All right, guys, let's go. You tell me what you think.
50 Cent revealed that he tried to warn Durk about his crew.
Then, like, I was like, yo, this is them right there. It's a real shit, right? He's like, yeah. And I said, yo, just watch him. His crew.
While King
All right, so when you do your thing with the videos, you gotta commentate. You can't just let the video play. So, but I just want to point out that 50 Cent was saying, if anybody didn't catch that he was telling him these are like your family type friends, like your real tight circle. And he said that Dirk said, yeah. And he told him, watch him. Like, even though he's telling him these my guys like that, he was telling him you still gotta watch, or yeah, pretty much like don't ever sleep, not like accusing anybody that's there, but just say always keep your eye out. Later he says something to the effect of anyway, we'll get to it. I forgot what he says. I didn't really watch it thoroughly like that.
Yella revealed the name of the rat in Durk's crew.
But I heard somebody named OTF Jam. They said they've been calling him a rat.
But one reaction to
If any of you guys watch Vlad, he has interviews with King Yella, and King Yella, the way he comes off on the Vlad interviews, he comes off like a solid dude. Even though none of these people that I see on my screen I've ever met, but some do come off more official than others, and Yella comes off official.
Durk's charges has left the internet shocked. Quando Rondo. As the dust settles, Quando Rondo has finally broken his silence, offering a surprising perspective that fans never saw coming. The Georgia rapper, known for his ties to the streets, is now preaching a message of forgiveness and positivity, urging his peers to leave.
You know, my life revolves around helping people, and I've seen firsthand what's going on right in front of us. Um, it's sad. I speak very carefully. A lot of these YouTubers be name calling people out they name, calling dangerous people out they name, and acting like nothing can't happen or whatever. First of all, I don't have any animosity towards young men that were brought up in neighborhoods that are practically designed, even if it was accidentally designed, which I don't know if that's the case, but let's say it was. Even if it's accidentally designed, it's designed for failure. You know, this is not going on in front of your face when you live in a bad neighborhood for no reason. You don't start to become 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and look around you and see all the stuff going on, and it's your fault. You know, it's how you deal with it, you know. And I can't explain away what happened here. It's it's a culmination of things, you know what I'm saying? Um if you hear Quando Rondo saying, you know, they're inferring that he forgives Durk and he wants to stop. And it took all of this before, before he wanted to stop. But like I said, this is a child turning into a man, and he's in the mix of some stuff that people cannot understand. They cannot understand it, you know. You know, I escaped being unalive by the skin of my teeth on multiple occasions, you know, and I don't even want to compare myself to the type of stuff that was going on there, because even though when I was younger, I was, you know, in danger that I wasn't even aware of, you know, like this is next level even. But like I said, in the 90s when I came up, and a lot of people, I've held them, I've never, you know, thank God I've never been hit, but I've held a man in my arms that's been hit. So, you know, and there's more to it than that. But I told people that I would talk, but I'm not really trying to like compete with a street resume and none of that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna let it play.
Behind the violence that has claimed so many.
What I wanted to say is, if Quando Rondo is saying that he could forgive and he wants to forget, and he made bad choices from, you know, he was in it as a child. So from a child to a man, you know, he's been through some stuff that people will never see in their lives and don't want to see and aren't supposed to see. You know, he probably has all these kids that are involved in these street wars. They do have post traumatic stress disorder, some of them, if not all of them. You know, people think that they can't be diagnosed with something. Not everything is schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, and you know, there's depression, there's anxiety, there's PTSD. And you'd be surprised what a therapist would tell you about the trauma you suffered from this and from that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not talking reckless like a lot of people do about these young men that are in a war zone of sorts. You know, it's just not as big as a bigger field. You know what I'm saying?
Lives. After Durk's arrest, the rapper dropped the track Life Goes On, where he raps about his decision to leave behind the violence and focus on religion. In the song, he raps, beefing with the same color on my skin, same color of the hammer, young around here beefing about the color of a bandana. That's why I put my flag down and I picked up a Quran because life goes on. Quando Rondo also put out a public statement that took many by surprise. Known for his
You heard him. I picked up the Quran. He said he put down. And listen, man. Anybody that sees this, I'm not being. I don't call people out their names. I don't come out my face like I'm tougher than anybody. Um, um, all I can say is stop the violence. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't want to, you know, tell people stuff and they don't know your life and you're looking at them like you. It's like you telling me what to do, but you don't know what you would do if you was in my situation. So but I'm just saying if Quando Rondo is talking about picking up the Quran, and let's make it happen before so many things happen. Listen to your parents if they're kicking knowledge. Listen to your OG if they're kicking knowledge. Instead of having to see so many people get hurt or even people get unalive before or people go away for life, you know, as much as people hate another person, you can't do certain things and be go scot free for your entire life. It haunts you or karma comes. And I'm not saying that in Durk's case because you got to remember he has not been sentenced. He has not been found guilty. So everything is alleged when you talk about his case.
involvement in the street life and his own share of controversies, Quando Rondo has definitely chosen a different path in the wake of Lil Durk's arrest. Taking to Instagram, he shared a message of forgiveness and healing, urging his peers to move past the violence and focus on building a better future. His words resonated with many, offering a glimmer of hope in an otherwise tumultuous situation. We didn't get into this music industry to make it just to stay caught up in street shit, Quando Rondo wrote. We all have families and communities counting on us. It's time to leave all that behind. We've already lost so much, and it's heavy on my heart to forgive anyone I had issues with in the past. It's all love from me, praying for everyone.
You see, like he's older now. Like a lot of us, especially us people that are above 30 years old, we would look at him and say, "Yeah, why now?" When I was 18, these guys are anywhere between, they're all like under 26 years old, under 25 years old. Some of them are under 20 years old. Some of them are 16, 17. When Dirk got with King Von, I think King Von was a youngin, you know what I'm saying? And you don't know better. You don't know how to let anger go like that when you're young. It's hard for me to let anger go as a 48-year-old man. How easy do you think it is for a young man that's 19 years old, to be the bigger man or the adult? A lot of these young men and kids, even if they met under different circumstances, they would be friends. I guarantee you that. They're warring just because it's this team versus that team. He finds out his teammate got beef with that guy, and even though he never met that guy, it's automatic beef.
The Post read. Quando had decided to leave the gang life behind when Dirk's shooters killed his cousin. He took to Instagram to break the news to the world that he was denouncing his affiliation to the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips gang. One post read, "It's time for me to spend time to myself and free myself from a lot of people. My main man's gone and a lot more. I'm cool on a lot of. If I feel like you not with me, it's no reason for me to be holding on to you. No need to shake your hand or fake some with you." Another post read, "I'm not jump out gang either. Ain't no loyalty in this shit. I'm my own man. I laid my flag down." Despite this, the Savannah rapper was arrested on June 16th alongside 18 other people and was listed in a multiple page indictment that included 49 counts of drug charges, gang affiliation, and the illegal use of cell phones. According to the Chatham County District Attorney's indictment,
All right, so he pretty much said that, he don't want to keep going with the hurt and the pain and the drama and people being unalived and the threat of jail or actually being there. Even with what's going on in Florida and Jacksonville, the whole thing with Fulio and it's some you look at one guy and you're like he's a monster, and then you find out that he was in a car when he got targeted, and the three people that were in the car with him were unalived, and he's the only one that survived. Now, when you think about that, what could be more traumatic than the car you're in getting riddled with bullets, and everybody, out of the four people, all three of them are unalived, and you're the only one left? It don't get no more traumatic than that. I'm not saying the young Ace has post traumatic stress disorder, but I'm definitely saying that the thing that he went through is the type of stuff that would bring that on. And everything is allegedly, man. If, like I said, once the feud starts, it's hard to calm it. But believe anybody that's hearing this, that's even affiliated, all the old OGs, the older heads, the parents, even your peers, they want y'all to chill out with the beef. Not dudes like Charleston White, like the stuff he be saying is lame. And that's me being respectful, because I'm not gonna be respectful to other people and then be mad at him and start talking out my face. That's not what it is. I'll say that the stuff he be saying is lame to me, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I'll leave it at that. Let's watch on.
Drug deals occurred between October 2022 and June 2023. The rapper was also being accused of violating the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act for his role as a manager of the local set of the Rollin' 60s Crips gang. Quando Rondo's move to build bridges with his ops is a huge step, especially considering that Durkio had tried to blackball him from the industry. There's been chatter on social media that Lil Durk allegedly got NBA Youngboy and Quando Rondo blackballed on Apple Music. What's no secret,
this is cannabis and mushrooms in a candy. Ever tried anything like that?
Shoot, let me try that. It smells good.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
So that's Italian lemons.
A lot. I feel like, I guess it has Sprite, sugary and artificial.
For sure.
It feels more healthy than Sprite.
is that Quando Rondo had many of his
He
shows
said
canceled
mushrooms and what? That's crazy, that commercial.
by cops and promoters. The rapper once revealed that everyone in the industry was terrified of being associated with him and didn't want to book him for shows.
Nobody want to book me because they terrified. That's the truth.
We can only hope that Quando's move will stop the death and dissing between the two groups. King Yella, fellow
See,
Chicago
even the
rapper King
announcer
Yella, was
says
also on hand to react to Durk's arrest. Yella rep.
I just
King Yella,
finished saying that all the
fellow between the two
OGs, the parents, even the peers
That's the truth.
wanted to stop and listen to what the commentator says.
We can only hope that Quando's move will stop the death and dissing between the two groups. King Yella, fellow Chicago rapper King Yella, was also on hand to react to Durk's arrest. Yella reps the GDs, meaning he is Durk's op since Durkio is part of the BDs. According to Yella, Durk was sold out by one of his homeboys. The Chicago rapper even goes ahead to reveal that a dude named OTF Jam had been the rat in Lil Durk's camp.
But I heard somebody named OTF Jam, they said they've been calling him a rat. And basically he said, okay, I'm a rat. Well, watch this.
It turns out that this dude had been released from prison in 2022 after serving 12 years for attempted murder. Apparently, he was an informant who had been cooperating with authorities for years. The craziest part about all this is that he wore a wire while around Lil Durk and other OTF gang members, which provided intel to the feds, a betrayal that no one saw coming, not even Durkio. Jam, a longtime member of OTF, was considered a brother by Lil Durk. During Jam's 12-year incarceration for attempted murder, Durk stood by him, providing financial support and ensuring that Jam's needs were met. This included covering legal fees, purchasing a house and car, and gifting him more than $50,000 in cash.
The girl said he gave you 50, bro. You know what I'm saying? But shit, can you tell us how much he gave you, or you don't want to even know?
No, I ain't gotta give him time that, but bro made sure he made a way for me to be straight like.
But if this wasn't enough, Durk also took care of OTF Jam even while he was in jail.
Durk come through when it comes, that's sure. I don't want to nobody say like.
Listen, if you sign up and you make your bed, you're supposed to lie in it, in my opinion. Now, I've never had that much jail time hang over my head, but you know, it's a no-go. You know, wherever I'm headed after I make that mistake, and you know, I gotta, even if, you know, people consider it, you know, hell, you know, I signed up for a tour, well, a possible tour, you know, and if that tour was to come, you know, if you live that life, you're not supposed to try to wiggle your way out of the time that you earned by telling on anybody. It don't matter what the other person did. And that's just how I feel. That's my opinion. To me, it's fact, but you know, like I said, if you don't agree with me, I'm not mad at you.
I know I'm a real witness. Like a lot of niggas can't say anything. Like my whole time, I was straight.
It turns out Durk may have been involved in the death of his baby mama. According to reports, Lil Durk found out that Jam had been wearing a wire all along. Determined to get his revenge, Durk knew that getting an FBI informant Merc could bring him unwanted attention from the feds, so he went after his child's mother, Octavia Redmond. When Octavia was killed, the U.S. Postal Inspection Service, where she worked, also became involved, offering $250,000 prize for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the suspect responsible for the homicide. With the snitching allegations dominating the headlines, it turns out that other rappers had tried to warn Lil Durk about trusting his associates. 50 Cent is no stranger to life in the streets.
$250,000.
Having almost been killed in the early 2000s in a street beef, the rapper recently revealed that he gave Lil
$250,000 because she's a postal worker. And if you think you got friends, when there's a $250,000 bounty on your head, you'll find out if you have friends or not. You know, or a stranger. Well, no, because it had to be somebody on the inside. You know, they said 50 warned them, like more than warned them.
Lil Durk some advice on street life, and it seems Durkio didn't listen. Fifth and Lil Durk linked up back in 2022 to make the track Power Powder Respect. During their time working together, 50 Cent took on a mentor-like role, offering Lil Durk invaluable advice. In a candid moment, 50 Cent warned Lil Durk to be vigilant about his crew. In an interview on The Breakfast Club, the rapper was asked whether he ever tried to talk to younger artists about not getting caught up with life in the streets.
Now, when you look at some of these younger artists and you see how they idolize you and idolize your music, and then you see them get caught up.
Yeah.
Do you have conversations with them? Like I remember Casanova, and you was trying to talk to Casanova, Troy Ave, and now Lil Durk. Do you have conversations with them and be like, I've seen this play before?
50 Cent revealed that he had warned the Chicago rapper and told him to watch his crew.
Even with Durk, I was telling him, like when I had him, he was in New York. Like I was like, yo, this is them, right? It's real, right? Like, yeah. And I said, yo, just watch him. His crew.
It turns out, even back then, someone in Durk's crew was on.
See, even 50, be careful how he talk. And he's not, you know, he doesn't come off as soft at all. But he still is careful, you know, how he talks even, you know. um, you see how he spoke about the his friends around him.
Some funny business because the Chicago rapper told Fifth that someone had leaked his address and he almost got robbed in a home invasion.
When you said that to Durk, what was his response to you?
So you know what?
My bad, I had it muted. Yo, his shorty goes all out for him. She lets that thing go. It's crazy. Yo, what's up, Chola? How you doing? Good morning to you. Oh, all right, cool. All right. I had stopped it for a second.
21, Lil Durk.
Yeah, man. You know what?
50 Cent revealed that he tried to warn Durk about his crew.
Then, like, I was like, yo, this is them, right? It's the real right? He's like, yeah. And I said, yo, just watch him. His crew.
While King Yella revealed the name of the rat in Durk's crew.
But I heard.
Chola, was there sound at any point? Did you hear sound at one point, or was there no sound the whole time you were in here? Oh, you just came in? All right. Damn, I'm wondering how long. It doesn't even matter. You know what? I think I had it rocking.
Somebody named OTF Jam.
Like, when I had him, he was in New York. Like, I was like, yo, this is them, right? It's the real right? Like, yeah. And I said, yo, just watch him. His crew.
It turns out, even back then, someone in Durk's crew was on some funny business because the Chicago rapper told Fifth that someone had leaked his address and he almost got robbed in a home invasion.
When you said that to Durk.
Yeah, what I was gonna say. Yeah, my bad. I got a little wrapped up with wondering if I had forgot to play it, but I remember I played it at the beginning. I stopped it for a second for something. That's when the sound cut out. But yeah, it says he wrote that we're good now, yeah. And I put it back to the part. I'm over here wondering if the beginning, but I'm pretty sure the beginning I had it on stage. Let me play it. This was the part it was at. But good morning, thank you. It seems like you always save the day with the sound. Thanks again, Shola.
What was his response to you?
So you know what? He said somebody just came in my house. How do they know exactly what the address is? I don't know my address. Nobody.
Yo, this is crazy. They go to invade, home invade, little Durk and his girl side by side fight off the home invaders. I had seen this before, but I forgot. It was such a long time ago. It was like 5 years ago that I forgot that it was little Durk.
Like,
I remember seeing this footage.
Something happened.
The robbery in Georgia?
Yeah.
When India had to
He
shoot.
went straight to talking about it.
Back in 2021, Lil Durk and his girl were the victims of a home invasion that erupted in a shootout. According to the blogs, several unidentified individuals entered the rapper's home in the Brazelton neighborhood near Atlanta a little after 5 a.m. on July 11th and exchanged gunfire with Durk and his girlfriend, India Cox. Luckily, Durk and India were not injured as they shot back.
Yo, shout to India Cox. Word up. I gotta I gotta say it, there's not too many people, let alone a female, that would, that's her home. That's her husband. Regardless of whatever he did, she most likely didn't even know what was going on. If she did, that don't mean that she's still gonna develop the courage to fight against people that come in the house like that. She got some heart with everything that's going on. Still, that woman, India Cox, has some courage. I know Chola got something to say about that. Well, I was gonna say, yo, Chola, she's wild, right? It's crazy. She's over here
Suspects who
letting
fled the
go.
scene.
Look at
Was
this.
someone in Durk back then?
He said somebody just came to my house. How do you know exactly what the address is? I don't give my address to nobody like this. It's like something happened.
The robbery in Georgia.
Yeah.
When India had to
He went
shoot.
straight to talking about
Back in
Look at
2021,
right there.
Lil
That's
Durk
her
and his
letting
girl were
go.
the victims
Listen.
of a home invasion that erupted in a shootout. According to the blogs, several unidentified individuals entered the rapper's home in the Brazelton neighborhood near Atlanta a little after 5 a.m. on July 11th and exchanged gunfire with Durk and his girlfriend, India Cox. Luckily, Durk and India were not injured as they shot back at the suspects who fled the scene. Was someone in
Yo,
Durk's
she
camp ratting
held
him
it
out back in
down. That
2021,
was
or
her
was it just a
blazing.
coincidence? THF Bezu is a close Lil Durk associate, and when news broke out about Lil Durk, he was on hand to defend him. Bezu took to Instagram to rubbish Durk's charges. According to him, there's no way Durk would pay his closest friends to slide for him. Social media, fake fans, bloggers, etc.
Listen, man, he found out that guy OTF Jam was telling. Well, no, allegedly they say that he found out that his friend was telling, and that since he was helping the police, they said that he thought to himself, if I unalive their witness, then they're gonna really be on me. So instead, he unalived the guy's baby mom, allegedly. And it turned out that it was just as bad as if he would have done it to the guy that was telling on him, because she was a postal worker. And since she's a federal worker, they put $250,000 on the bounty on the guy who killed the postal worker. So either way, he was whether he would have killed the guy that was telling on him or unalived the postal worker, they still were gonna be like, if he unalived a cop, or pretty much it was that bad.
know how to give unproven titles to people. Murder for hire is outrageous, painting a picture for the officials to run with to trick you out your position. For the record, why would he have to pay his day to hunt for the loss of another day? Make it make sense, he posted. Lil Durk and Bezu have some dark history together because back in 2019, they were involved in a shooting that almost killed a man. That day, in February 2019, at around 5:45 a.m., shots were fired in the parking lot of The Varsity, a popular restaurant located in Midtown Atlanta.
All right, look, we're not gonna go through the whole video, right? Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all guys something. I hate violence. I've always hated violence. There's been times where I had to stand up for myself. You know what I'm saying? And it just was what it was. There was a time where I was out there catching wreck. You know what I'm saying? But on some self-defense type stuff, pretty much. So what I'm saying is that it's all horrible, the back and forth, the violence or whatever. But Durk, remember, it's all allegedly still. He did not get convicted. But this is a man that you just seen him fighting it out with his girl against some home invaders. Durk is a guy that they took his brother's life, and allegedly he was the one that got revenge. Now, like I said, I don't glorify this. But like I said, it's something that's hard to explain. It has to do with the environment, very much so. It has to do with the lack of money, you know. And if you want to say that there's monsters and yeah, there's gonna be a monster or two every now and then, but not at the rate that we're seeing them come out of our neighborhoods. You know, when you see a certain amount of people come out that violent, there's something wrong with the environment. You know, and they are staring at another man who has jewelry on like he's a T-bone steak. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not judgmental at all, and I've learned not to judge people even when they take it this far. The kid that they're alleging that he unalived, the kid's cousin that they say he was aiming for, he already forgave him, and he was the target. So how am I gonna be mad if the guy that he was targeting already forgave him? You know, yep. The Puerto Rico. Yo, we're gonna cut this in half. I'm gonna pick that back up because I think I heard my son giving my wife a hard time. And I'm not gonna leave her over there with the kid if he's angry or whatever. So we're gonna do this in a part two. I know sometimes I say I'm gonna come back on and finish it, but I really want to finish this one. You know what I'm saying? Thank you too about the hack comment, Chola. Thanks for saving the day again with the sound. You too much. What I was gonna say, let me go, man. Um, um, I've been on a lot lately. I'm gonna kill my StreamYard minutes fast. Yeah, have a blessed day, Chola. I'm gonna catch you later. I'm gonna be back on. I'm gonna be on and off, and I'm gonna be posting other stuff too. You catch me again later, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Have a good morning, Chola. Tell your husband to have a good morning also.